today we're going to focus on brunch. And I'm going to give you a bit of my background. I went to culinary school, I worked odd jobs while I was doing that, but my highlight of my career is I spent 8 years at Brennan's of Houston. And we were like I considered at that time, royalty of brunch. So every Sunday we do like 600-700 covers a la carte. From poaching eggs, making your hollandaise from scratch, all these things really make an impact, and that's where you can get your price point. That $34, $35, $36 per person for 3 courses for brunch. And now working for Sysco, I consult with customers and I help them develop menus or where they can start adding to their menu or creating to hit the bottom line. So for example, customer comes and asks me, I want to do something on the weekend to generate more business. Obviously that's brunch. About 3 or 4 years ago, Sunday Funday, that term was brought up. That is basically where they go to one place, get an appetizer, get a drink, move on to another restaurant, and kind of generate money for the restaurants. And they'll do it all day. But if you can have a really nice brunch, 3-course brunch, and offer that, that's fantastic. That just helps you out. Now, one thing that we're going to do here, and it's kind of like a twist on, I guess, the new classic, the Avocado Toast. Everybody knows Avocado Toast. We're going to take that and we're going to add it to the British classic of scrambled eggs and smoked salmon. We're going to take it a step further, combine the two, little micro cilantro and cotija cheese and Mexican-style crema. So we got a little bit of everything going on in here. But this is something that a lot of restaurants, the ingredients already have. You got sliced bread, you have eggs, you have sour cream that you can use. I prefer the Mexican crema. It's a little bit sweeter, it's not as harsh. And if you have it at room temperature, like most restaurants, so that you can squeeze it out of a squeeze bottle, it doesn't separate. So that's a good thing. And then a little bit of diced avocado. Now, avocado toast, not guacamole toast. Guacamole takes you to that mindset of Tex-Mex. At least when you say avocado salad, has a little bit of finesse to it, and it leads to question, what is that? Well, the server can say, well, we take avocado, we dice it, and we toss it with fresh lemon juice and a little bit of olive oil. So it keeps that kind of separation and make you concentrate on brunch. So we'll go ahead and get started. And please, if you guys have any questions, I believe there's somebody here with a mic. Please raise your hand. Are we good here? Everybody can see everything that we're doing? All right, fantastic. So I'm going to start with whole butter, and I'm going to make my eggs and my toast. Whole butter, no margarine. I had a customer ask me the other day about vegan butter. I said, yeah, vegan butter's been around forever. It's called margarine. And he goes, what? I said, yeah. So he goes, we've had it all this time. I said, yeah, it just wasn't marketed that way. And that's another thing. Market your menu. Make it sound really cool, and the verbiage that you use will help sell itself. All right, so now pretty straightforward. Our eggs go in. Now, I want to start it very low. I don't want to speed it up too much. And making scrambled eggs, you want to kind of keep it light and fluffy. And a trick that I've always done is I add the crema to it, sour cream, something like that to keep it soft. And almost to the end, I just add my crema, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. So that crema is kind of keeping it very loose. And actually, right now, this is perfect for me. I'm done. I like them a little wet. That's going to offer a lot of flavor as far as it doesn't get overcooked. When you get overcooked scrambled eggs, they're very dry. At least here, I have that nice, fluffy consistency. And of course, we have our toast. So talking about verbiage on your menu, a couple of key things that you can do is house-made, things that you do in-house, put it on your menu. And if customers are, asking questions, make sure that your servers are trained so that they can educate the customer. If I go to a restaurant, I've never been there before, I'm asking the server, what do you recommend? That's an easy way for you to guide your customer through your menu. The most expensive dish may be your most profitable, or vice versa. That's where you tell your servers, this is what we need to, this is what the chef recommends, or this is what we're gonna work on today. So this is actually off, and it's just kind of camping out here. But you notice I have that beautiful texture on the eggs. Light, fluffy. And I got some Scottish smoked salmon. You can definitely use crab meat. You can use shrimp, lobster. These are all very brunchy. Of course, if you're going to use lobster, make sure that you charge for it. And then let's not forget the avocado. So like I said, we're going to go with a avocado salad. And that's another thing. Customer doesn't know what an avocado salad is. Well, we're going to toss some avocados with a little bit of olive oil and some lemon juice. Now, not 100% lemon juice. I do a trick where I take lemon juice and a little bit of water. And this will kind of tone down the lemon. It's not as acidic, but it's enough to keep my avocado from turning brown. And we're going to do a little dice. Now, one thing with avocado we know is very temperamental. We don't want it to oxidize. So you can make this in smaller batches. Okay. All right, we're getting some crust on there, nice color. Our eggs are looking good, we're seasoned. Now we're gonna take this and mix it with my lemon juice. And please, any questions? Ask away. So my lemon juice, we're going to add a little bit of the olive oil. Olive oil, any kind of grapeseed oil, cottonseed, anything you want. Very light toss. Cracked black pepper and a little bit of salt. Everything needs a little seasoning. So you see, I can literally pour my egg on there. so that every bite of toast comes with scrambled eggs. My avocado. This is half an avocado. That's perfect serving. Because once again, brunchy, middle or early day, you want color, you want vibrance, you want that snap, that flavor. So now I have the smoked salmon that we said we can replace with lobster, crab, shrimp. I'm gonna put about 2 slices on each one. So this was 4 eggs. That's a breakfast for me. That's a brunch for me. I don't know why nobody else has done the eggs Benedict, the 3 Benedict on one plate. That's what I would do. Everywhere I go, I was like, can I get a 3rd Benedict? So fried capers, a little bit of that salt, goes with the smoked salmon, micro cilantro and cotija, and then my crema. So we're gonna go with the crema. Capers. And the micro cilantro just adds a nice touch. Color, and then that nice freshness that you get from cilantro. So if you guys want, you're more than welcome to come up here, take a picture. I can put it down here. You guys can take a picture of it. Yes. Yes, please. Thank you. My lovely assistant, Joseph. That, you know what? Let's take a look at it. Smoked salmon, probably about $12 a pound. I did about 4 slices. You're probably looking at 2 ounces. 4 eggs. Excuse me. 2 pieces of toast. I would say less than $3.25 your cost. And that's just a quick guesstimation. I would menu that as a brunch dish for $16 to $18. One thing to complete the dish, you can put some really nice fruit with it. Light melons, watermelon, pineapple. And if you guys stick around, I think we got some samples for you guys coming out too. So taking simple ingredients and turning it into something like that. That's what's that? Recipe? Scrambled eggs, smoked salmon, fried capers, cotija, creme fraiche, and toast. That's it. Now, with the egg, you can replace it with a poached egg or a fried egg. There's something about soft scrambled eggs that really makes it luscious on a toast. Every bite gets egg, gets salmon, gets all the garnishes. Thank you. Bloody Mary. Actually, it was funny you say that. Bloody Marys, flights, you can, I was in Chicago about 3 weeks ago, and they did a chilaquiles Bloody Mary. They took the tequila and infused it with tortilla chips. They just let it sit there for like a week. Then they took tomatillos, cilantro, and basically made a green Bloody Mary mix with the tequila and served it with charred jalapeno. So good, very refreshing. Start thinking of how we can, in turn, turn things like that into a brunch dish. Like make your own Bloody Mary mix. Instead of just getting the bottle, make enough where you roast off tomatoes, celery, little bit of serrano or jalapeno, puree it, and doctor it from there with your celery salt and things like that to make your own house-made Bloody Mary mix. House-made, that term means more to the consumer, especially now when local, not natural, organic, house-made, terms like that on your menu make sense. Well, I hope everybody's, we got some people with samples here, we got more coming. So those of you who tried it, you like it? Very simple, but yet it has a little eye appeal. Usually customers eat with their eyes before they even smell or taste the food. So if it looks good, you already got half the battle won. That's just a simple way of thinking. If it looks good and they have value and they feel good about spending money, then they automatically think it's going to taste good. That's one thing that I've learned over the years, that presentation is key. And usually whenever something looks ugly, we call it rustic. Yes. So we, instead of toasting a whole bunch of bread, we didn't have an oven back here, we compromised and we went the bagel chip. So it kind of followed with the lox and the capers or the smoked salmon. That's an actual bagel chip. We had a whole bunch of bagels that we just sliced, toasted. So another thing that you can do for brunch, and it's very popular now, is the French toast. It can change from any kind of bread that you have, any kind of seasonal filling or topping, and that's a simple way of adding something to that meal period so that you can generate a buzz. People coming in, oh, you got to go try their brunch. Oh, it's so good. They got a limited menu, but hey, it's okay. If I have an additional 5-6 items utilizing what I have in-house to make my brunch menu, that's easy for me. I don't have to buy anything excess. I have strawberries for fruit salad. Why not I make a strawberry mince sauce that goes on top of French toast, or a pain Perdue and do a pecan crusted or almond crusted. So brunch is one of my, I guess, favorite meal periods, but I don't like to work it. And coming from Brennan's, working brunch for 8 years, you learn. The night before, we would poach 8 cases of eggs just to get ready for Sunday. We would make 12 to 15 gallons of hollandaise. So much that we had the Hobart mixer heated up the clarified butter. We'd cook 90 egg yolks and then slowly drizzle. My broiler cook used to make the hollandaise, and every day by 10:30 on Sunday, it would start to break. And we're like, oh, now we got to fix it. But now there's shortcuts. It's great if you want to make hollandaise. Hollandaise is just a hot mayonnaise. You got to learn the science behind it. But there's other items out there that can replicate that scratch-made feel with a little bit of lemon juice and Tabasco. You can turn a powdered mix into a really nice sauce. Yes, ma'am. Which one? As far as, I can't quite hear you. Uh-huh. Oh, go for it. We used to do chipotle. We did it with Tabasco. We also did one with tasso ham to add flavor to it. Go for it. Be creative. You can do hollandaise and pesto too if you want. Pesto hollandaise. So when you talk about sauces like that, that's one of the mother sauces. There's so many derivatives of hollandaise. Like you have the one that has a little demi-glace in it. You have béarnaise sauce. My brain just went blank, the one with tomato. Huh? Sharon, that's right. So just let your creativity go. Come up with some cool things, try it out. Do a limited engagement, about 5 to 6 new items for a brunch menu. Take some of the items that you already do, put 5 or 6 new items utilizing your inventory that you have currently. Put a menu, like a slammer or a new menu, or print it out, or actually now everybody's doing a QR code now. That would be an easy way to introduce brunch. Because it's not breakfast, it's not lunch, it's brunch. It just sounds cooler and sexier than, oh, come on down for breakfast. But now when you say brunch, it's a little bit more hearty. Like I said, the smoked salmon, lobster, crab meat, throw up a little bit more as far as items that you can make money on. Yes, ma'am. Dinner. Oh, how do you do a brunch in a dinner restaurant? So you're dinner only? Okay. Mm-hmm. So what is the theme of your restaurant? Okay. So you're going to be doing a lot of like plantains and tostones. Okay. So I would start with some, a joke we used to say, thank you guys. A joke we used to say is, okay, you can take any entree, put an egg in it, and now it's brunch. So any entree that you have, you can just take the egg aspect out, and now it's an entree. So shrimp and grits got their start with just shrimp and grits. But now if you put a poached egg in the middle of 5 shrimp with beautiful grits and really nice roasted tomato sauce, now you have a brunch dish. So like I said, the joke was put an egg on it, sell it for brunch. Use the items that you have currently, take that egg out, and that's an entree for dinner. Whether you do like a steak and egg, instead of doing steak and egg, now you have steak and then you have your sides that go with it. But also, I can eat breakfast for dinner. Mm-hmm. So you sell alcohol? A little happy hour in the middle of that time. And that's a unique, because you're open for breakfast and lunch, but you're not open for dinner. Okay. Mm-hmm. Definitely, because you're there, you're open, you want to make money. We're not in this business because we love to cook. We're in this business to make money. So that's interesting. I would take some of the items that you have from your brunch that can be used as an entree, and some of your regular lunch items, just make it a correlation. Do you do dinner on the other nights too? Okay, so you're starting off with a brand new dinner menu then. Okay, well that's easy. You have blank canvas. At this point, you can create what you want, and if you want, take a dinner entree, take a couple of the sides off, put a fried egg, poached egg, or some sort of egg with it, and make it brunch. So you're actually easier. You have more to work with now. Did everybody get a sample? Thank you. Questions, comments? We're good? Well, I finished up a little early, so we got about 30 minutes to hang out. If there's any other questions, please, we can come up on a one-on-one basis.